Hi, how's it going? I'm Mickey from WakeUp Labs. Today we're happy to share that at WakeUp Labs we've completed and published the Sandbox Execution Verifier, better known as SEV, which is the project funded by the Sandbox DAO grant program. The SEV is an open source tool that allows any member of the community to independently verify that the instructions approved off-chain were executed on-chain exactly as defined. With this, we aim to strengthen transparency. Thank you. To reduce manual errors and increase trust in DAO initiatives. To start, I want to show you a bit and emphasize everything we've built into this tool over this time. That's why I'm going to show you what this is about, because maybe in the day-to-day there are a lot of technical stages in the DAO that you don't see happening behind the scenes. And it's super interesting for you to understand how it works and how you, as DAO members yourselves, as Sandbox users, will be able to validate the transactions taking place within the DAO's treasury. The platform will have two types of links. A private link that will be used solely and exclusively by DAO admins and consultants who are authorized to use that link. This will be the place where tasks are uploaded. These are the tasks that will be executed in the DAO, including liquidation, acquisition, authorization, and arbitration tasks. On the other hand, within the private profile, there will be two types of roles. One role will be the admin role, which is basically the main role, master who will manage access for the different consultants and other admins. And there will be a consultant role, which is the one that will be able to upload proof of execution for tasks that have already been completed, or will be able to upload tasks for someone with admin access to execute and is the one who can move tasks from pending to executed. Here what you'll be able to see is the public dashboard. The public dashboard will be a place where all DAO members will have access and they'll be able to verify the different tasks that are inside here. For example, here there's a liquidation task where you can see that it has already been executed. And here you'll be able to see the transaction hash and the hash of the uploaded task. And obviously when you click on view more, here you'll have more information about who executed it and why it was executed. For example, here we put a base text, but in this case it was executed by the member Nahue. This Nike is assigned when consultants and admins enter the platform for the first time. They will have an associated NIC and an address. Here you will be able to see the task hash and the transaction hash as well. On the other hand, the task's priority will also be assigned, as well as when it was created, so that everyone has public visibility of what was done. You will also be able to see other types of evidence, such as images of a particular NFT in other types of tasks. And who created it, that will also be shown up here. Obviously, when the consultant or the admin creates a profile on the platform for the first time, it will be extremely important that they notify the DAO who that person is with that nickname and which address they are associated with. So, when a transaction is executed or uploaded within this platform, which is the SEV, it will be associated with that person who is the one actually carrying out that transaction. This is the public part. Now, from the private side, you'll see that I have two links here. One will be the link that is /admin/task. From the private side, we will have a place to log in. There will be a task section and a user section. In the task section, you will see all the tasks that are on the public link, but in addition, more tasks will be added. These are also tasks that are pending execution. In this case, there may be tasks that have already been executed where you can upload a new test to the executed tasks. For example, if an NFT was put up for sale and then the NFT was sold, a consultant can come and automatically upload proof here that the NFT was eventually sold. And on the other hand, in this case, since I am a super admin, I have access to the entire user section. In the user section, I will be able to see the profiles that are set as admin within the platform. And in this case, since we are testing it, there will be profiles associated with everything related to WakeUp Labs. And here you will be able to assign the consultant profile, which will not be able to assign profiles. And the admin profile, which is the one that will be able to assign profiles, consultant, even delete people within the ZP platform. Now I'm going to show you how to create a new task. When you want to create a new task, you go directly to the Create New Task section. You will be able to create a new task, and here you will select what type of task you want to create. In this case, I am going to create a liquidation task. Once I click on liquidation, I'll be able to see which columns I need to copy directly from the Excel sheet that consultants and admin roles currently use within the platform. If I go, for example, to a kind of copy of what is currently used in the DAO to carry this out, I'll see that there are a lot of liquidation tasks loaded. There are also acquisition, authorization, and arbitrage tasks. But for example, I want to upload the first two, which are the ones that two consultants assigned to me. I, as a consultant, want to upload them. So what I'm going to do is copy this technical verification so that the data is properly normalized. I copy those two columns, and that's the easiest way we've found to upload the tasks. The tasks need to be perfectly uploaded with these columns shown here. Track searcher ID, companion artist, all the way up to technical verification. Once I paste here, I paste the two columns. It tells me the data is valid unless there's an extra space. That's the data in the Excel files. Normalizing it is very difficult, which is why you have to make sure that all the fields are filled in. Because if there's an incomplete field, for example here, it will notify us that the data is invalid. So the data always has to be complete. So if I paste it again, it will tell me the data is valid. And once I verify that it's okay, that I want to upload that data as a consultant, I click on Create Task. Once the task is created, what happens is that two types of transactions will be created in the background. Here you can see how these tasks are already in pending because they are waiting to be executed. Because the admin has to execute them, but you'll be able to see that they are already associated and are within the platform so that I, as admin, can execute them. So if I, as admin, want to execute them, I can, for example, paste a link from OpenSea. Here I'll just put anything more or less so it's clear. And I can directly add a description and say that the task has already been executed. For example, here I uploaded this one, and I can say, well, I've already uploaded the proof of what the consultants asked me for. I'm going to execute this task. Once that task is executed, here you'll see it as executed, and you'll be able to see that this task already has a transaction. Hash and a task hash. And this remains associated with my profile. I created it, and down here I uploaded a proof. In this case, it will be the admin, the consultant, and different consultants interacting with each other. But that's basically the idea. It's a very technical platform, honestly. At first we thought it was a fairly simple task overall, but when we started talking with Juan Pablo and understanding his needs, we decided to go further and to build a platform that is scalable over time and truly adds value to the DAO. And that's why we took the time to create something that's truly worthwhile and can provide long-term value. I believe that once this starts being used and we start getting feedback, in the future a version 2 could be developed if the DAO votes for it, so we can keep moving forward and ultimately achieve, honestly, a platform and a DAO. Super transparent. And I think that could be really good. On another note, today we met again with Juan Pablo. He was happy with the results. He gave us some feedback. Today we are going to deliver the platform. However, tomorrow we'll keep making adjustments, and also next week, so that everything is polished, so he can start using it as soon as possible. From now on, thank you very much for listening to us. Obviously, we're always open to any questions, and we'll stay in touch for anything you might need. Thank you very much.